So now, what do I do? So most people wait for, if I didn't know any better, I would wait for you to call me. That never happens. People want to buy your services, but they're not going to call you and say, I want to buy your services. Okay.
Hmm.
They've already made their mind up. Okay. And it's kind of like this on LinkedIn. And I'll tell you how I use LinkedIn. So people will look at your profile on LinkedIn, and you can
Hmm.
tell that they looked at it, but they don't reach out. So I reach out. I say, hey, Glenn, thanks for checking out my profile. Let's connect. And then we have a conversation and we connect. And you say, hey, I've been following you for a while here. Me or my team have some issues regarding sales. I've been reading her post. I think that you
Yeah.
could help me. But they
Yeah.
don't come out and tell you that. You have to be the pursuer. And then
See,
they open up.
yeah. I always thought that applied to if you're selling the sales programs because they want to see that you know how to sell. But for me, we're not selling a sales program, but you're saying it's the same kind of thing.
What are you selling?
We do curated leadership sessions. So, in other words, we will come and help your team be better leaders by bringing in thought leaders from across the world. We do
Gotcha.
workshops based upon type of thing. So, my clients, quite honestly, are more of the high ticket clients.
But in that process,
Yeah,
right?
same thing, isn't it?
Same thing. It's the
Yeah.
same process because they may be sitting back saying, man, we would love to have Glenn Daniels come with his team, but they're not going to call you. But as soon as you reach out to them, they go, man, Glenn, we've been thinking about doing this. So that's why I tell people you have to be pleasantly persistent and you have to follow up because that's the secret sauce. When people tell me no, I don't take it
Hmm.
as a no. I take it as a not now. Maybe the timing isn't right. I never
Right.
take it as a no because as long as I feel that I have something that I can help them get through problems, then I'm going to keep pursuing them. It may be a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks. It may be a month. The other thing I teach people in the follow up
Mm.
is, and this is powerful. So you and I have a conversation, and then I read an article that talks about what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I take that, I take the link to the article, and I say, Glenn, I saw this article, and it reminded me of the conversation that you and I had, and I send it. Nothing else. That's powerful.
I just started that strategy today.
It works. You're gonna find that works. I'll be using that strategy. That's a strategy I use. That's a strategy that I teach people. Right today, I was reading this article about leadership, and I sent that article to 5 leaders that I know. Hey, I saw this piece and thought about you.
So let me ask you that because again, I'm cheating, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just helping me. He's coaching me a little bit here. So what we started today was to say, okay, we have articles on our blogs written by different people, Inks and Forbes, and my writing and different people. We write them and we set it up. And then I started saying, okay, here's my first connections that are CEOs, a healthcare space. Found a great article from Kaiser Permanente,
Hmm.
the Family Foundation. Sent those out. But you're saying I should have done that after I made the initial contact, after we've had that first initial sell.
So you're sending this out before you've had conversations?
And most of the cases, in 98% of the cases, we haven't had a conversation.
Okay, so they're going to ignore that email because they get a bunch of emails from people that they don't know, and they always think somebody's trying to sell them something.
Or
So
trying to put something spammy on their computer. Yeah.
exactly. So the way that I use it, and it's very effective. And if you try this, you'll email me in a month and say, "My God, Thomas, this is effective." When you and I have a conversation, so you and I have spoken, we have dialogue. You know me, right? So when you see my email, you're going to open it because you know me, right? Now, I may not have spoken to you in 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But if I see an article and I read something that resonates, I said, man, Glenn would love to see this. I send it, and it's not salesy. Say, hey, I saw this and I thought about you. Now, what does that do? Okay. The other strategy I employ is called the top of mind strategy.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard that. So when you think about sales coaching and training, I want to be top of mind. So how do I become top of mind? I have to stay in front of you, right? I don't have to call you all the time, but I can send you articles. Not articles that I wrote necessarily, but articles that other people wrote
That would benefit them.
that would benefit them. Okay. That's being a bud. Okay. That's bud. That's being better, unique, and desirable. How many people do articles like that? Nobody. That's my point. So
Everybody that sends in an article is a sales article
It's a
written by
sale-
them trying to sell themselves.
Exactly. So my bud strategy is to send you something that you're gonna like to read that I don't write. It's not sales propaganda. It's not salesman. It's not me talking about me. It's to somebody else that may share the views that I have,
Oh,
or
okay.
they may not. But the point is, there's something in that article that the person receiving it can use. So you're adding value. And you're becoming more than a vendor, okay? Because you want to become a trusted advisor.